Hi, I'm Rebecca Freedom, and let's get real with each other. You can call me the professor. So, we all want to belong, and we do it in various ways. We emotionally contort, we try to gain approval through certain behaviors, we hide who we really are. But there's a path to freedom, and that path is through authenticity, through really speaking your truth and holding your boundary and articulating your needs and wants from a pure place beyond just primal needs, you then attract your tribe. But oftentimes, we spend so much time trying to attract a tribe, we shut ourselves down. Let me share this in a real way. Conversation I was having is that I am a CEO of a multi-million-dollar company. Now, I can't even really articulate it or get it fully out with like stuttering over the words, because the reality is that my current reality has been one of spending a substantial inheritance over a decade to get a degree in school, to start a business, to self-publish a book. And while all of that has led to modicums of success, I am still not that multi-millionaire, that person with a larger capacity for impact. In fact, I often find myself in overwhelm and shutting down. And in that shutting down, I notice that I'm not able to really parent myself. Now, I share this all with you because what good is a therapist who hasn't gone through the churning, the process, the angst, the pain, and the confusion? Also, there are so many entrepreneurs out there in pursuit of the high dollar, of the high command, to be the Gabby Bernsteins, to be the Marie Forleos, to be the Tony Robbins, to be the Wayne Dyers, and yet many of us begin a venture only to end it in failure and defeat, never seeing it in its completion. Perseverance, faith, persistence. These are words we speak into the spaces of despondency, of despair, of confusion, and of overwhelm, the places we stop and just need to be held. Further, who do you trust as your mentor? Who do you hand your life over to? There's a beautiful saying by the poet Rumi that the cracks are where the light shows through. And in all your relationships, there are moments of pure frustration where you keep butting up a wound, up against a wound or something that has plagued you, a trauma from childhood or a physical ailment or a mental capacity you just can't seem to get beyond. And we do one of two things. We either get to that place and totally give up as just defeated and unable to get over that plateau. Our ego works tirelessly. Our mind struggles to really figure it out. What is the equation? Who can I meet? What needs to happen? What miracle can change my world? We go after self-help, listen to Abraham Hicks, get into the vortex, start to understand the law of attraction, yet our lives tend to never move. The dial stays stuck. There is this potent and powerful moment called magic, belief, faith, where you let God become the gatekeeper. Now, some call God Spirit, Atman, the universe, Yahweh. There are many names for the Alpha and the Omega. This is not a religious speech except to say that in the moment you surrender, their possibility rushes in, and you can then begin to have inspirations to be in spirit in a way that expands you further out. I will say that inside I feel this desperation to start to really make a lot of money, to make quite a bit of money, and also this terror of working for somebody else, of surrendering this dream, of throwing my hands up. Today in particular, I feel this weightiness on my chest as if it will never happen. that the men I meet are only lessons to come in and out of my life and my more natural state that has crystallized over the years, is that to push away and just to hold this wall up. This insurmountable wall that not only insulates me, but isolates me. I share all of this again to say, what good is a therapist if they haven't done the deeper work and examination and seen the rumination, the return to that early wound, that childhood place? For me, it was 20 years old when my father died, and again at 27. Much of my coping mechanisms are crystallized around that identity legacy sort of piece. Also, how much can I do? And also not knowing who to trust. So I invite you into this space of curiosity of who is your circle? Who are the 5 people of influence around you? What energies are you allowing? What boundaries are putting up? And what are you really communicating to the world when you are exhausted, when you are on your low, when your defenses are down and you are in your base state? When you want to rise up and you want to see your bank account come up as well, what is the beginning step that needs to happen? And the simple answer is this: that you reach out for help, that you don't go it alone, and that you allow me to be able to work with you. Now, I understand money and the struggles we all face, but I also understand investment and how it changes everything. Because the more time, energy, and consciousness I invest into freedom, the greater the return. And so I invite you to be set free by going to my website, RebeccaFreedom.com. That's REBEKAH freedom.com. I get it. I'm with you. And together, we'll create more. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. We'll create together more.